Roy Hodgson has signed for Crystal Palace.
Okay.
He's their new manager until the end of the season.
Yeah.
What's more surprising? Is it Viera being sacked or Hodgson coming
Hodgson
in?
Yeah, because Viera, he
Viera
kind of deserved to be sacked. It was coming because he went up until the Arsenal game. He went 5 games without scoring, and like he hadn't had a shot on target in 2 games or something. So yeah, he was near the end. He was doing really poor, but getting a manager in that quick, and especially one who's already been with the team and kind of knows what he's doing, getting Roy Hodgson in is like that's good for Palace probably.
Yeah. Should Viera have been sacked? I don't think he should, because really
I think he should have.
Because it's more of a step back.
Yeah.
For them.
And
having Hodgson
true.
instead of Viera.
And having to sack a manager so near to the end of the season is kind of risky, because there's only like 10 games left, and if you don't know how long you'll be without a manager, so yeah, kind of risky. But getting Roy Hodgson in that's a good
even if you think they shouldn't have sacked Viera, I think even if you're a Palace fan, you probably knew it was going to come anyway, even if you think it shouldn't have, because it was kind of expected, especially from all the talk. Although, yeah, bringing Roy Hodgson in, that was unexpected. I don't think anyone saw him coming back.
Yeah. They've still got the whole bottom 8 to play, which is... I don't think they'll get relegated, Palace.
No,
no, they won't.
Just with the players. They are lacking goals. You know, you look at their fixtures, it's either a draw or a loss.
Yeah.
Which their last win was against Bournemouth on like New Year's Day.
Oh.
Which is
that is
rubbish.
terrible.
5 points in 13 games and almost 3 months without a win.
You've seen it coming, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Anyone
he
could see
deserves
it
to
coming.
go.
You ask people like who's going down. No one's ever said Palace.
Yeah.
Not even like the bottom 5.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
I think they're safe.
Yeah.
They seem safe anyway.
And they've still got all the bottom 8 to play. Surely
Yeah, because their next
surely
game,
they can get like maybe at least 18 points out of that.
because
So
the next games are
6
like
wins out of those.
yeah,
right?
it's like Leicester, Leeds,
Yeah.
Southampton, Everton, then someone else in
So
Spurs.
They should be getting a lot of points though from these
Yeah.
games.
It's only Fulham and Spurs that they've got.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, true.
that aren't the bottom 8 that they've got to play. And I could see them getting a point against
From
Fulham.
both of them.
Yeah.
Well, and
And
against
yeah, and
Spurs,
Spurs.
Yeah.
So,
Great Spurs are playing.
I know. I suppose because you've got the bottom 8 teams, they'll easily beat Southampton, Bournemouth, Leeds. I'd see them getting a draw to West Ham. They beat Everton.
I'd say beating Wolves.
Yeah, beating
Yeah.
Wolves. And what's the other one? Who else is it?
Did you say Southampton?
Yeah, I've said
Everton.
Southampton.
Leicester.
Everton. Leicester.
I'd
I'd say a draw.
that's a
though.
draw. Yeah.
I think
That's a
Leicester
draw.
would win that. I think
Leicester
Yeah,
want to
Leicester
go
will.
up really badly. They want to
Yeah.
stay up.
Is it more of a desperate move than a tactical move? Because
Yeah.
really,
yeah.
Hodgson's sort of style of football is a lot more defensive than how they are at the
Yeah.
moment. And if they can't score goals at the moment, they're not going to do any better under
True.
Hodgson's
Yeah.
defensive style.
I don't think it was whether this is an amazing manager, we need to bring him in, very tactical. I think it was just we need a new manager who's free
Because
Yeah.
I know,
and who was willing.
like I said, they're gonna have to rush it because it's near the end of the season. But if they took time, they could actually probably have got a good manager who has helped them get even further. But yeah, it's a good move, but it seems quite rushed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you say you have like, I'd have Viera at the moment over Moyes.
Yeah.
And I think Viera out of those bottom 8 managers is probably the best one there.
True.
And sacking him, I know you said they should have.
Yeah.
And obviously form wise, yes.
Yeah.
But just the manager that Viera is, and I know as a support West Ham, so it'll be about this.
Yeah.
You could say about Moyes how he did brilliant things in Europe. He got us to where he did in the league, but at the moment, I'd say he needs to get sacked.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because if
So
you're saying
would
Viera's
Palace
the
fans
best of
be-
like the bottom 8,
Yeah.
then it's just worrying for all the other teams who haven't sacked their managers if all their managers are worse than Viera. Because yeah, West Ham, there was a while back you saw it kind of coming, and it still hasn't happened. So yeah, I think he should be sacked, Moyes.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of pressure on him because he's got 10 games left.
Mm-hmm.
He's got probably the easiest run out of anyone in the league.
Yeah.
Basically playing the whole of the bottom half, and he's had, well, what would it now be, like 50 years of experience. He's 75 years old. You know, he's
Moyes
been.
is 75.
Pardon?
Moyes is
Not
70.
Moyes. Hodgson.
Hodgson.
So you know he's had tons of experience. He needs to get this right. And if Palace get relegated, no matter who they have, they could have prime Alex Ferguson or Pep Guardiola. I would.
Yeah.
Hold on. No, sorry. They could have the worst managers, and I'd be absolutely shocked because I'd see
That would be bad.
Southampton, Bournemouth, Leeds, Wolves. You know, Everton, West Ham. They're all worse than.
Yeah, and how they're doing in the season, Palace should be beating them teams because they are higher than them, and it seems quite easy for them to go by and win a game against them. But at the rate they were doing before they sacked Viera, they weren't doing that well. So.
Yeah, I mean, you look at they're struggling to score goals. You know, they can hardly ever score goals.
Scored so few
And
goals.
it's that front line, Zaha, who's been up there with you know, the really
Being
good,
linked to some amazing teams
I know,
as well.
and he's some seasons been underrated.
Yeah.
You know, because of all the goals he's scored and stuff. He's flopped this season.
Definitely.
Edouard as well. I think that's how you pronounce it. I hope
I
that's how
thought
you
it was like
pronounce it.
Edward.
Yeah. But I don't know what's happened with him.
Don't know what's happened to the
Ayew.
whole
They've-
Palace.
There was Ayew a few seasons ago. He was brilliant,
I
and
know.
he's had a terrible season as well.
Eze.
Yeah.
At least he has actually been quite good this
Yeah,
season.
he
But
has.
yeah, I think he should. Everyone in Palace should still serve up.
They've
more.
got a lot of players who are falling this season.
I mean, I was saying about Hodgson having experience. He's been with Watford. They've gone down. I think
Yeah.
he's been with tons of clubs, and has he had the right experience to? Because I know we're sort of talking about it as if Palace are in this really bad position at the
Yeah.
moment, and obviously for Palace it's not great, but I wouldn't see them being, especially with the games left, they're gonna get enough points to stay up.
Yeah, I can't see him going down.
Yeah.
Even with the change of manager this late on, I think it's impossible for them to go down.
Yeah. I mean, losing Conor Gallagher as well. You
Oh,
know
yeah,
how
that
was it
big.
last season or the season before?
But he hasn't
He-
been
Well, he
doing
only
well.
went-
I know it was brilliant for
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
If he stayed, it would have been.
I think
They would have
Yeah.
been
to make
better.
a move for.
I know they might not be in this position as well if he
True.
stayed. But yeah, Conor Gallagher was superb for
It's
them.
amazing. He needs to
Some
go
of-
back because he's not getting
Yeah.
any time at Chelsea.
Some
And
of the
I
goals
don't
he
get
scored
how
was-
he's in the England squad though.
yeah.
That's still hard.
Yeah, I think that's most of it really.
Yeah. True.
That we can talk about
Yeah.
Roy Hodgson. Get your comments
Crazy.
Do you think
What
he'll
are
be a
your-
good manager?
Yeah.
That's the thing.
in.
No.
I think he
I
will
don't
keep
think
them
so.
up, but I think any
Yeah.
any manager
Yeah.
will keep them up.
Oh.
And
And,
if
before,
he's
and
leaving-
before we leave, more manager talk. Bayern's managers got sacked not last night. Tuchel's in. He came in
Mhm.
last night.
And-
Very good.
But I
I'll
think
talk about
with
that.
Might have
Hodgson,
another episode on that.
no matter how good he's doing, he's 75 and he's probably likely to leave at the end of the season anyway.
Yeah.
So if he keeps him up, it's kind of a win for Palace, I guess.
Yeah, he will keep them up. Any
Yeah.
manager
Yeah.
will keep Palace up to the end of the season. It'll just be, if he does leave at the end of the season, who will they get in for
Yeah.
next season that will be able to
Bring them all
not
the way
not
back
get
up.
them in that position again.
Mm.
Yeah.
Anyway, get your comments in. What are your opinions on Roy Hodgson going to Crystal Palace? So, cheers
Crazy.
for watching.
Thank you.
I'm Callum.
I'm Theo.
And I'm Luca.
Thanks for watching.
Thank
Goodbye.
you.